All right, here we go. I'm going to fly through a couple of announcements, and then we have a special guest on with us tonight that I am so excited for you guys to hear from. If you are able and if you are appropriate, we'd love to see your faces on Zoom. Since we do have a special guest tonight, I know she'll appreciate looking at faces instead of just black screens with names. So for those of you that have your cameras on, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so a couple of things. First thing, we already have 4 promotions this month, you guys, and it's only the 17th. We have 4 people that have already gone executive, and I know many of these people are pushing for Ruby too, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate this promotion because it's still worth celebrating. Our new executives, we have Shayla Jackson, Jasmine Bailey, Ashlyn Kreiner, and Jackie Loomis. So way to go, guys. That's awesome. On the 17th of the month. I love it. For everyone on here, there are 66 people on here. I want to see your goals in the chat. So there should be at least 64 messages in the chat. What is your goal for the rest of the month? We still have about 2 weeks left in the month, you guys, and that is so much time to think about what our team has already done in the last 2 weeks and think we still have 2 weeks left in this month to increase our paycheck. It gets me so excited. So put your goal in there. It can be something big. It could be a promotion. It can be how many customers you are going to sign. It could be completing your steps. Like, shout it out, put it out there into the world so that we can cheer you on. Part of goal setting is putting it out there for accountability. So share in the chat. We'll cheer you guys on. I'm going to go through and read through them in a little bit. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to say is, you guys, we say this on every Zoom, but if you aren't doing host to post, if you're new and you don't understand host to post, if you feel like host to post doesn't work for you, you've got to get on the host to post train. Host to post may not be the way we build our business forever, you guys, but right now it's hot. People are signing more customers than ever before. I've never had multiple newer distributors signing 50 plus customers in their first 6 weeks, you guys. It works, but you have to work it, and you have to work it daily. So go to the team page, search host to post, reach out to your sponsor, say, I need to learn it. I need to get better at it. I need to learn to love it. Whatever it is, but you guys have got to get on the host to post train. And I wanted to point out, okay, you guys, April was insane. Enrollments were crazy in April. But in the first 17 days of May, we've had about 200 more enrollments than we did in the first 17 days of April. And when you look at the host to post contest, the host to post giveaway thing on the team page, guess what? We have as many host to posts up in May as we did the entire month of April. So that should tell you something. Enrollments are insane, and we've already done as many host to posts as we did last month. So that is not a coincidence. The enrollments are because of host to post, and you guys have to jump on it. Okay, that's it, because I want to dive into our special guest tonight. We have a brand spanking new triple diamond on here. My friend Jen Strout is, even though she is still continuing to push for huge promotions in this company, she's taking a little bit of her time to chat with us tonight. And so I'm going to let her unmute, and she's going to share her story, and then we're going to dive through some questions that you guys have been asking, and I'm so excited. All right, Jen, can you unmute, or do I need to unmute?
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I am so excited about this, y'all. First off, I always like to just say congratulations for showing up. The fact that there's 74 people on here, I don't even think y'all realize whether you're new or a vet. Just showing up and making this a priority is such a big deal, staying close to the fire. So congratulations for you, because it really is a big, big part of your business. But I'm pretty dang excited to talk about this. Like Alyssa said, I'm a brand new triple, and I just kind of want to talk about my journey, a little bit about my story, how I've been in business for 3 years, and just to never give up, okay? So I am a pure, perfect example of a follow-up for 2 years. Stormy, my upline, had asked me back in 2015, y'all, to join this business with her. I was the person that said, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. Hey, I'll check back. Can you check back in a few months? I literally gave her dates, and she followed up every single time. Okay. And then I got pregnant. We went through IVF. I got pregnant. And I was like, Stormy, it's just not a really good time. I was one of those people, y'all. I really was. I was the people that you're going, oh my gosh, I really want you to join. Why won't you join? Timing was everything, but perfect example of a follow-up. She followed up every single time, and I finally said, you know what do I have to lose? Okay, I'll go for it. I was in corporate America, oil and gas. I worked literally 7 to 7 every single day. I joined this business with a 9-week-old. Like, I told her I'd never had a perfect time, but yet I started when I went back to corporate America and had a 9-week-old and was breastfeeding, first time mom. So it was like, okay, Jen, I don't know why you did it, but I just did it. And we literally, I know you hear the people say the stories all the time. Oh, I just joined for 250, 300. I did. I had no expectations out of this business, y'all. I watched her journey. I saw her making money, and I was like, if she can, I can, but do I really want to? Like, am I really there? Is this what I want? But we went through IVF with Knox. And so if anyone who's gone through it for infertility, we had did it multiple times, multiple failed attempts, IUIs, we've been through the whole thing. And I said, Brandon, my husband, I said, you know what? The extra 250, 300 could help us pay our IVF bill each month. Like, let's just add on top of it and go extra. And so we went for it. And I said, okay, I'm 99. I'll join. And at the time, they had the 90-day bonuses back then too. It was 10,000 for a diamond with 26 DTs. And I'm so red, y'all. It's not even funny. I'm so red and green. I totally admit that. I mean, Alyssa has seen even like my notes from a conference. Like, it's ridiculous. But I was like, Stormy, what do I need to do to go diamond in 90? And she literally texted me a chart and said, this is a diamond chart. And I said, okay. I was diamond in 90, y'all. I joined in a February 2017. So I joined literally around this time in peak time. I didn't know what a slow time was. I didn't know what was going on, but it was fun, and I just jumped in. Everyone else was enrolling. Everyone else was saying they were promoting, so I said, okay, I'm doing it too. It literally was ignorance and bliss, right? We talked about that earlier. It really was. I was like, well, if they're doing it, this is how it goes, and I'm going to do that. Y'all, we did that with no training. Like, there was no training at that time. Yes, we had training videos. It was like a welcome video, but there was nothing. I did not get scripts. There was not host to post at the time in early 2017. And so I just did it because everyone else was doing it. And I loved the fire, and I just jumped on. Okay. And so I got diamond, and I really had, I'll be honest, I absolutely had no vision for future for this company. I really jumped in and I did it. My why at the time was IVF. I kind of struggled with that. I stayed diamond pretty solid. But y'all, I struggled. I'll tell you this right now. The team that is triple with me right now, 2 girls from the day I started are on me on that team as a triple team. 2. Like, that is crazy. I always heard people say that, and I never thought that'd be true. And I'm like, yeah, it is true. The team that takes you to Ruby, the team that takes you to Emerald, Diamond, and so forth, they're not going to be the same. And so we went triple this month. And I know I'm going to go back and retract and kind of talk about how we got there and what. But what I want to tell you for someone who's new, my very first paycheck, y'all, was only $55, okay? Because I started mid-month of a February. So yes, I got some fast starts, but if you are brand new and you made $20 or $30 on your first check, congratulations, because you know what? You can be a triple diamond in 3 years. That's what that means. So it means it's real money, and it means it's there, and everyone else's journey is different, but that does mean your future can be something else, right? So I know we kind of want to go over a few things, Alyssa, and kind of talk about what got me from where to there. Do you want me to just kind of start that? And
yeah, I mean, well, I can kind of lead you through some of the questions, but I love that you said that about the $20 check. We literally all start somewhere. There are so many ambassadors that didn't even get a payout their first paycheck because it was under 20 bucks. Like, but if you
yeah.
can make $1, you can make $1 million. It's just a matter of doing the thing you did to make that $1. So I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, like you kind of said, when you joined Ignorance on Fire, didn't really know that like that was momentum.
Yeah.
And obviously you're seeing that kind of crazy momentum again in business. And I've been in since 2011. So business has been good. I've made a full-time income consistently over the last 7 or 8 years, but there have been parts of my business that are easily marked as this was a period of insane growth. And we are like in the middle of that right now. And so there's obviously new people on here. What would be your advice to those people, or what would you tell them besides obviously like ignorance on fire, but what would you tell those people about what's going on right now, or what advice would you give?
Okay, so first I would say whether you're going for a shopping spree of 6 LCs or you're pushing for ambassador, literally one of those goals is not more important than the other. And let me tell you why, because it is all in this mindset, y'all. I'm telling you, going for that 6 LCs for somebody starting out can make or break somebody, right? We all self-sabotage and we all tell ourselves, if I can't get that 6 LCs in my first 30 days, I'm not meant for this. Some people who have been going for triple or double or ruby and emerald have been sitting there early and they're thinking, well, I'm not getting it, so I can't do this. So my biggest advice to you is run with it and go for it. It is okay if it is crazy. It is okay if some things don't make sense, but ask. But what I'm going to tell you to do is make your priority. Get with your upline and say, what do I need to focus on right now, right? Break it down. And whether that's, again, a newbie to somebody that's pushing for a double, triple, and plus, we all have to break down our goals. Like I said, I'm very red, I'm very green. But y'all, I literally know what I'm doing every single day. And even if it's repetitive, I write it down because I like to see it. I like to break down what my BB is going to be, my goals for the day. I like to know like how many haps I'm going to get up, how many, post, whatnot. But if you are new, you have to get on the host to post train. And I know you're probably tired of hearing that, but y'all, you are self-sabotaging your own business by not doing something that is so simple, so simple. And I was saying this on another Zoom I had earlier. A host to post is perfect for an extrovert and an introvert. An introvert who doesn't really like to go out and get people, but host to post allows people to come to you by networking, right? But if you're an extrovert, it's also great because you're meeting all these people. So it's all about perspective. So if you're a newbie, I will tell you, go with it. It's okay if it's chaotic, but I'm telling you, when this peak season slows down, you will look back and say, oh my gosh, why didn't I take advantage of this? And I know, and I am seeing two big leaders right here in front of me with Tiffany and Alyssa. These girls, I know y'all have amazing freaking leadership, and I know you have the tools. I know the training. I've seen the training. I hear about the training. So I know you have it, but you have to do it. And you know what? You have to decide right now you have to do it. And that's what I would say for my newbies.
So good, so good. Okay, I love it. And I like that you're just also just saying the things that we say, and sometimes we need to hear it a little bit differently, and to hear that there's no magic formula. We've just been doing the same things longer than you guys with more intensity and more consistency. So I love it. And something that she's on here, but Lindsay Rosenhagen sent me this week, and I think this was the quote, may be a little bit off, but she said, inaction is a choice. Deciding not to do host to post, like you said, it's self-sabotage. It's a choice to stay stuck. It's also a choice to get up every day and do the same thing. So
yes, that's kind of one of the main things. It's like, you are not planted. Y'all, you are not planted. You're choosing to be that. You are choosing to stay there. So decide, do you want more? I was there. I was one of those people where I'm like, I know I'm good at this, but why have I been a diamond for 2 years? Because of me. I was in my own way. Because you know what? Your page, and oh my gosh, somebody said this on a Zoom like 3 weeks ago, and it was just mind blowing. They said, your paycheck will always reflect your self-development. And I was like, yep. After diamond, that is so, so true. And kind of like going back into like from the newbies into your next step though, it's what I love about this business, y'all, is I was in corporate America. So I'm going to kind of go back and kind of go, but what led me to where I am now is corporate America. I loved it. I'm telling you, I was a budget person. I like the numbers. I'm an Excel, always creating tools person. And so I never thought that It Works was going to be, anything bigger than diamond, but I'm also competitive where I was like, but I want to be, but how is that going to happen? So we went through infertility in between these last 3 years. I mean, we've had it all. We've had the deaths. My brother-in-law passed away unexpectedly on his bachelor party. We've had the miscarriages. We've had the family. I mean, we've had it all. The unhappiness at work. And I remember in October of 2019, my husband and I went on a trip into Mexico, and my phone rang the entire time. And it was not because of It Works. It was because corporate America job. Okay. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't cool. Like, I was just exhausted from it. On the flight home, my husband looked at me and said, I want my wife back. And Knox needs his mom back. And I never realized, like, the freedom of the time was never something that I realized It Works could bring for me, right? I always just thought, okay, I'm doing the money thing, I'm doing here. October 2020, we flew in that Sunday. I turned in my 2 weeks that Monday, y'all. That Monday. I decided that day. And I'm not saying this is for everyone to go and do that, but what I'm saying is it has the opportunity to do that. And it became something I didn't even know that I wanted, right? And October 2019 is what started this journey for Triple, y'all. I got to work. I started on all the systems for my teams. I started connecting more because I couldn't connect. And flat out, I didn't have the time to connect. I was working a 12-hour job. I had a husband. I had a toddler. I'm coming home, and it was like, it was work the business. So I was only answering. I was never connecting. So I had to basically start my business from the bottom up at this point. But y'all, it was so stinking fun. It Works became fun again. It didn't even seem like a career. It didn't even seem like a job to me. And we went to conference barely as a diamond this month. We just had re-ranked to diamond at like 12K. All right. We in February we hit it back up with 15. March, y'all, we hit double at 29. And in April, we went triple with 54. Like, a major jump, like major jump. And I am a firm believer in goal setting. I write everything down, y'all, everything. Like, on my planner at the beginning of every month, I say when I want something by what date, what volume, who, what, when. And I started doing this in November. And since November, I'm telling you, 3/4 of those goals every single month are crossed out. On April 1st, y'all, I wrote triple with 50K, and I don't know why. I woke up and it was heavy. I texted Stormy and I said, I'm going triple with 50K. And she was like, well, then I'm going prez. And I'm like, yeah, we're going for it. Like, we're going triple with 50K. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And let me tell you, that right there is the first time in my mind that I've got the train of let our awesome God serve us for what he is and put it out there. Because triple with 50K, you go triple with 35K. You know what I mean? That was a big first time jump for us. And we cannot self-sabotage. And I keep saying that word, but our minds get to us. Our minds prevent us with so much. Well, I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not good at Facebook. I don't know how to hap. No one's going to hap for me. We do that. We tell ourselves all those things, and they don't happen. I was there, y'all. I did it. I did it. And as soon as I started journaling, and as soon as I started doing self-development, and as soon as I started saying people want what I have, what I have is good to offer. I am good at this. I can help others. My yes will bless other yeses. And I just repeated those over and over and over and over. And y'all, every single day I wrote triple with 50K, triple with 50K. Like, the affirmations are crazy. And there are so many leaders that you're going to hear that from. And I'm telling you, it works, but you have to believe it. Like, you have to believe in yourself, and it's okay to be scary. And it is going to be scary. And I'm going to hit these road bumps again, going for prez, going for ambassador, because it's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Right. But really quickly, what I do, I kind of want to tell you a few things that I did with my team, Alyssa, during these times is we talked about systems in place. Okay. Y'all have great systems in place, and it's okay if you need to tweak some of those systems in place, right? Do what's good for you and what works for you. And I always tell my team that, yes, I've created it. Yes, let's be aligned, but not everyone's red and green like I am. Some people need to learn different, and that's okay. Okay. So be open minded, be coachable, and also return that. Give your leaders feedback on what you need on training and what it could be better, because I promise you, leaders want to hear that. We want to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Okay. So right now, it's the 17th. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't know why you're doing this, that's the first thing you need to do. You need to know, why are you doing this? And your why right now is not going to be the same why as it was 3 months ago, or it's going to be a year from now. And that's okay. But why are you doing this? When things are getting hard, why are you doing this? So everybody, if you want, please drop your why in the comments right now. Okay. So remember, why are you doing this? Two, I want you to always think of this outcome. So what I had every single one of my girls do is the goal or the rank that they were pushing for, I made them create their over with their promotion, what it was going to be for the end of the month, and send it to me. So if you're going for a Ruby, you created your Ruby promotion and over, and you had it on your back screen, you saw it every single day. Okay, we did that, and I'm again, it's a believer in affirmation of that. Okay, so think of the outcome of what it can be. And y'all, when leaders are going for it, and we're going for the prezes and the ambassadors and the 2.0s and whatnot, I want to say this because I really mean this. When I hit triple, or even pushing to triple, it meant so much more than just me, y'all. It was about letting my team know it can be done, and that it was okay that it took me 3 years to get there, but it can be done. Okay. Going Ruby is the same thing. You're letting other people who are watching your journey know that it can be done. Getting your 6 LCs, you're letting other newbies know who are struggling, who only have 1 LC or 2 LCs, thinking, well, how can they do it? Well, you're letting them know it can be done. So celebrate every small milestone along the way. Okay. Be a team. I don't care if you're sideline sisters, but be there for each other. Celebrate every small win. And that was one thing that we decided we were going to do, is start celebrating every little thing, because it's fun, right? It just becomes really fun. 3, you're going to stop comparing. Okay. I know I'm guilty of this too, because when I first started, y'all, because we all do it, you go follow the top leaders, you go follow the people that you're like, oh, they kind of fit my personality, I aspire to be like them. And that's okay, because you kind of start seeing how they work the business. But y'all, soon as I stopped following people who I try to be like and start making posts like those people, my business is different. And you know what? I'm now the same rank as some of those people who were still triple 2 years ago. Okay. So, yes, Alyssa, be inspired, not comparing. It's so true. And so stop comparing to the person next to you, because yes, maybe they hit Ruby or Emerald or Diamond or whatever before you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get there and can still soar past them. Okay. So you have to stop comparing. And then 4, the negativity. Again, a mindset, right? Stop telling yourself that you can't sign. Stop telling yourself that no one's going to do host to post for you. Stop telling yourself you're just not good at this. And you know what? Us leaders, we're freaking, I like to say garbage cans. We get it all. Okay. We get it all. And we hear it all the time. And which is okay. That's why we're here. But I told my team, we're going to practice being solution based. So when you're coming to me with, I can't host a post, I can't get anyone to sign, I say, what is your question? Right? What is your question? What are we going to do to make it better? Why aren't we host? Why can't we get host to post up? Let's try something else. How many are we asking for? How many times are you asking a week or posting about it in your business or in your stories? So I promise you, once you start switching it to being solution based, y'all, it will open up so much. I was that too. I would get mad. Why isn't anyone hosting? Y'all, we all did it. Every leader does it too. But I can tell you, with the mind, it does so many great things. Like, you'd be so surprised of what it can do. Um, and then did you know that we are born with 2 fears? 2 fears only? We're born with 2 fears, God-given fears. And that is fear of loud noises and fear of falling. Do you know what that means? That means everything else is self-inflicted. Think about that. Feel the fear of failure, y'all, that's us doing it to ourselves, right? And so trust the to meet you halfway, because he will meet you halfway and double it times two. Put your goals out there. lead lead from the front. You know what I mean? Lead from the front. And I don't even care if you started yesterday. You lead yourself from the front. You be your leader. You are your biggest cheerleader. And you have to every single day believe that you can do this, y'all. I like I said, I'm a big believer of writing things down. And and looking at numbers can be scary. Even if a newbie saying 6 LCs is a lot. Oh my gosh, I only have one. I've got to get 6. That's really like 5 more. That's a lot. I got to go diamond. I need 5,000. Stop thinking how far am I away and start looking at how close I am. Right? Because then it's the mind, it's the positivity of how you start looking at your things. And so when our team is only, we have a daily BV goal and we don't meet it, we're like, hey, it's okay, you know what, we didn't meet it today, but it's going to go tomorrow. And you can't harp on things that aren't happening. You have to only love and accept what is. And so I'm going to tell you that now, whether it's a newbie going for your 6 LCs, where you're going for your diamond, or some of y'all are going for re-rank, and I've been there, and it does seem hard. But you know what you have to do? You have to bring in that new blood, y'all, because sometimes you have to let go of the team. What you have isn't necessarily going to be the team that takes you. So you have to go enroll more new, right? You have to. And that was one of my biggest things is I so badly, the team that I had at Diamond, I wanted it to be the team that took me to double. I wanted it to be the team that took me all the way. And that's just not the case. That's just not realistic. But you can't give up. You have to keep going. You have to do all the things. And a girl yesterday told me on the team, because we've been pushing for a solid 45, 50 days, and she's like, Jennifer, I'm tired, and like I don't know, like I feel like I've been working this for 45 days straight, and I'm really trying to get it. And so it's, y'all, that's going to happen. It's the mindset is going to happen. You're going to go in there. And I said, I'm not going to come across, and this is my red a little bit, y'all, so I apologize. I'm not saying you're not tired. I'm drinking skinny brew at 8:59 because we're about to pull a late night tonight, right? Because we have claim to go prez this month. But when your why is that big, it's not that you're not tired. It's not that you're not motivated. It's not that you're not inspired. It's that you need to decide, right? You need to decide, yes, I'm tired. Okay. But is that tiredness going to prevent you from the next step? Your leaders can motivate you every single day, but they cannot create the action. They cannot create the action. They can inspire you for sure. And y'all have some amazing, like there's a handful on here that are amazing, but you have to decide right now. It's the 17th, and it's okay that it's only the 17th. And if you decide right now that you're going for it, there's still a lot of time. There's a lot of magic. And so if you're a newbie right now and you're like, I've only had my 2 LCs, 1 LCs, I don't have any, Jennifer, and I have my, shopping spree ends at the end of the month, then you know what you do? You say, it's okay. I have a lot of time left. It's the 17th and I'm going to go get it. And that's what you do. And if you're having trouble, you go to your sponsor and say, I feel like I am doing everything in my training right now and it's not working, but I want to be better. What can I do? And can we problem solve? Maybe it's that you're focusing on the wrong things. Maybe you're putting too much time in stories and you're not getting enough haps up, right? Maybe it's that you're finding yourself screen time, but you're not really working, right? Did you just go watch 3 hours of TikTok? Because we've all done that at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Because it's fun, but it wasn't income producing sometimes. So always be willing to, like, my biggest thing for my team was, stop the negative talk, stop the comparing, decide and claim it and be loud about it. And it's okay to fail. Y'all, I have a big fear of failure. big fear. Oh my gosh, it makes my stomach hurt to think that I'm putting something out there and I'm not going to get it. And I had to quickly realize, like, what type of leader am I if I don't show my girls it's okay to also fail, and why not go for it? Um, you know, I'm not a quitter. And so we flat out said, you go for it. I'd rather us fail than us quit. And that's truth. Because you know what? When you quit, you lose not just yourself and your confidence in the business, but you lose your people. Okay. Even as a ruby, you lose your people. Even as an emerald, you lose your people. Exactly, Tiff. You fail forward. Absolutely. And you learn from it, right? You learn so much of what you can do from the previous month to the next. But my biggest thing, again, is we all started at zero. We all started at freaking zero. Um, if you would have asked me a year from now, would I have been triple? I would have confidently said, no, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the self development, and I am a believer your e-suites does match your paycheck with your self development. And I'm ready for more, and I hope y'all are too. And I hope you're doing all the things that are making you ready for more. Consistency in this business, trusting the process, y'all. We just had a huge thing with my Zoom with my team, where with my newbies, and I know it can be uncomfortable starting out, but y'all, follow-ups are the key. Follow-ups are the key. Start the good habits now. Okay, your leaders aren't training you to be micromanaging, to sit there and like be so on top of you, because that's not what corporate America, and that's not what we're trying to do. But we are trying to teach you the good habits from the beginning. But Alyssa said it best. With the systems in place, I have not had so many, like, it's ridiculous how many newbies right now are like outrolling a lot of us, right? Like, it is crazy and it's fun, and I'm accepting all of it because it's dang good and I'll take it any day. But you know what that means? That means the host to post are working, because that's what we're doing. That's what training's about. It's focusing on the host to post, right? And so that's kind of, I kind of went on a tangent. Sorry there, Alyssa. I just kind of kept talking, but
It was amazing. I didn't even want to try and interrupt because you were in a good place. It was amazing. People are blowing up the chat with how much they loved it. I just was jotting down some notes when you were talking, and I, first of all, had an aha moment when you were talking about how sometimes we're trash cans and like absorbing all of the things as leaders. But I love being a solution-based team, and I think that's something that we can all take, even as a newer leader, is just like, okay, what are we taking to other people? What are we taking to our downlines and our uplines, and how can we still have bad days or bad moments, but twist it into a learning experience? And even with a lot of my new distributors that will come to me and be like, oh my gosh, this is harder than I thought, or, whatever. And I'm like, it's not hard and you're not discouraged. You're just learning. Like you're 3 days in, you're 3 months in, you're a year in. Like, you guys are at each phase of your business, you're learning something new. So you're not discouraged. You're not stuck. This is just an opportunity for you to learn.
And us leaders learn every day. Y'all, I don't know of a day that I don't learn something new. Seriously. Like, we're learning all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you develop, like, into the type of person that can achieve these goals. And then I had also written down, like, so many people are like, I've been working so hard. I've been working so much. I've been on my phone all the time. But you have to be able to self-evaluate and say, how much am I working and how much am I thinking about working? Because there's a lot of times where I'm scrolling, like, what should I post? What should I post? I need something to post. And I'm just scrolling, looking for some magical post or something. I'm not working. That literally is making me $0. That doesn't count as work. So at the end of the week, I'm not counting that time as the amount of time I invested in my business. So thinking about working does not make you any money. And then you also brought up one thing, and I was actually going to wait a couple days, but I feel like you just led us right into it. So I'm excited. In the next couple of days, we're going to be setting a goal for our team. They don't know about it yet, but something that we've never done before as far as just an overall team goal. And you guys know that if you were on the team last year, that we were pushing really hard for ambassador, which was a beast of a goal, and we hit it. But my bad for not continuing to set those huge goals for this team, because I know that having a big team goal creates that just team, like just fun. Like she's talking about like late nights, and we know that if we're all pushing for one big goal, we all get better, and everyone's paychecks go up, and it's fun. So we're going to be announcing a goal here pretty soon to break a personal team record, and I'm excited about it, not because of what it's going to do for the leaders, but for what it's going to do for so many paychecks, because we're going to pull you guys with us to hit these huge numbers. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I love it. I want to like keep touching on things, but honestly, I just want to leave it with like one last little, whatever you want to say, one last little message, tip, urgency, whatever you want to throw at them. And it can be short and quick. And then we'll hop over to the Sunday night call.
My last thing to you is to say, stop thinking small. Okay, stop thinking small. We are made for so much more. We're made for bigger things. And this business not only can make you lots of money, but gosh, y'all, a person it can help you become is even like something that I did not realize in the community. So whether you started today, yesterday, or you've been in the business, stop thinking small. You're not planted. You get to choose what you want to be in this business. And so shout it out, go for the big stuff, go get it. It's okay to fail after over and over, but you're going to get it. Okay. You're going to get it. So my last thing is that stop thinking small, go for it big.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you shared tonight. So good. I know we'll have lots of people asking for the recording. We did record it. And you guys, she just took 40 minutes of the month that she is pushing so hard for Prez to talk to you guys. And I know you appreciate it, but go ahead and give her a shout out in the chat. And we love you. We are cheering you on. I'm sure you'll have lots of new followers tonight. You guys follow her on Facebook or wherever. You don't have to send her a friend request. She's saving those for host to post people, but go ahead and follow her on social media, and we will see you guys this week. Thanks, friend.